I said, I'm a wife and mom of 3 girls and the owner of Boss Boutique here in Huron. Between 5 to 6 years ago, I started to get this tug to open a boutique. At that time, I was working as a physical therapist assistant here in Huron and loved helping others. I told my husband, and he was like, yeah, go for it. And I said, no, I need to take business classes and go back to school. I was like thinking the same thing Emma was about her photography, how she hasn't gone to school for it. He laughed and said, you don't need to go back to school, you'll figure it out as you go. I didn't really believe him and thought it was way too scary. I enrolled in a business conference to investigate this a little bit. I also met with some people at the chamber to get lots of tips on how to start a business. A year or so went by, and I hadn't really done anything else with this idea, except make a list of names for my dream store in my phone. What really pushed me to start Boss Boutique was watching somebody else go for it. And of course, lots of encouragement from my husband and family. So I took the leap. I started Boss Boutique almost 4 years ago as a pop-up store / side hustle to my therapy job. After 1 year, I opened the store location and quit my job to open the store full-time, to have the store full-time. Since starting this journey, I continue to have this drive to do more and not just be a regular clothing store. I try to serve the community the best I can and love on my customers the best I can. So, now I'm going to actually jump here into my presentation. So I'm going to be talking about self-esteem. The definition is confidence in one's own worth or abilities. Like I said earlier, I'm super excited and grateful to be here with you ladies. And I also want to thank Emma for asking me to be part of this amazing event. Earlier, she kind of included me in coming up with this idea, but literally this was her idea. We were taking pictures one day, and she was like, Ash, I have this awesome idea, and I want you to be part of it. And I was like, sure. And really, she planned all of this, so I really have no credit. I don't know why she gave me credit for it, so we got to thank her for that. I hope that I meet your expectations today and you take away pieces that work best for your life. So, today I want to share with you my story, how a low self-esteem was affecting my life, why and how I started on this journey to improve it, and ways to notice if you need to improve your self-esteem. We're going to be looking at self-doubt, worrying about what others think, and comparing ourselves. Also at the end, we're going to talk about some tools that I use and continue to use to rewire my brain and love myself more. Okay. My story. Like I said earlier, to start Boss Boutique took a lot of encouragement from others and watching somebody else to go for my dream job that I had in my head. It was so scary for me. What if I fail? What if people didn't love the products that I picked? And what would other people think about this job instead of my therapy job, the one I went to school for? Yep, I was worried about what others would think about running a boutique. Sounds silly, right? Sorry. I had this story in my head, along with many others, that if I tried and failed or quit, that people would say all these good things. She can't, like she doesn't stick with anything, or she's just not smart enough to run a business. Okay. These thoughts would move through my head daily, especially if something was hard, and I started to second guess myself. After deciding to go after my dream, the more risks and chances I took while growing Boss, the more I realized that the second guessing, comparing myself and worrying about what others thought was holding me back. After deciding, it forced me to improve or stay where I was and wonder what if. These thoughts weren't just holding me back from doing Boss and improving it. It also was affecting my, living a happy life and being a better mom and better wife. Because when you're doing all the things that I stated above, the comparing yourself, the worrying, the second guessing and having low self-esteem. It affects your whole life. So, just a few examples of how this showed up. It would affect my mood towards my family. I would be short and not have patience with them. It would really affect my mood for the whole day. I feel like my chest would hurt, my stomach would hurt because I'd be worried about all of these things. I would take things personally. If people didn't smile at me or they weren't friendly, I would wonder, did I make them mad? And I really wouldn't feel better until I would see them again and then they would be like smiling. It would be super hard for me to make decisions. I would always worry when I finally did make a decision that I made the right decision. I was always checking with others because I always thought that their opinion was way better than my own. Oopsies. What made me realize I needed to change? This really started with my husband. I would tell him how I felt, and he pointed out how silly these thoughts were and how they were holding me back. I decided I needed to change. So then I started to find books and podcasts, anything self-improvement I could get my hands on that would change these bad habits and negative thoughts. I started to notice that all of this was helping. But before we jump into the tools and tips that I use to help improve myself and continue to improve myself, I want to look at ways to notice you need to improve your self-esteem. So the first one I want to talk about is comparing ourselves to others. I feel like a lot of us do this. It's so easy to do. Okay. So do you catch yourself looking at other women and thinking, I wish it was more like her? I have two ladies that we're going to look at today. Maybe this is somebody that you've compared yourself to, or just to kind of give us an idea, maybe not. So the first lady, she has it all figured out and under control. She has a great job, she's going to school full time, and still has time to work out. She's doing everything and doing it perfectly. Or maybe you've looked at this lady number 2. She's juggling family life, work, and is still able to volunteer for everything and anything they ask her to. Have you seen her posts online? Her house is so cute, and it's always clean, right? So what we don't know or think about is that the first lady has been trying to have kids for years. She tries to stay as busy as she can to keep her mind off of all of that. The second woman with the family wishes she had more time to exercise, plan healthy meals, and go back to school. The person that we think has it all together and has no insecurities probably has some of the same insecurities that you do, or if she doesn't have them right now, she did at some point in her life. We can't compare ourselves to others or to anyone, really. We don't know their whole story.